High in the misty realms of Central and South American cloud forests, a living jewel graces the canopy, the Pharomachrus, renowned as the Quetzal. Join us on a mesmerizing journey into the realm of these spectacular birds, as we uncover their evolutionary history, ecological significance, and the challenges it confronts. Soaring through the cloud forests of Central America reside some of the most spectacular birds of the neotropics, the Quetzal of the genus Pharomachrus. Iridescent emerald, violet and crimson bodies shimmering against the fog epitomize these avian gems, literally referred to in ancient Aztec and Mayan languages as precious for their unparalleled brilliance. As fruit-eating specialists of the Trogon family, Quetzal play integral roles dispersing seeds to regenerate their montane forest ecosystems. Their iconic lengthy tail coverts flowing behind green bodies characterize Resplendent Quetzal specifically, captivating imaginations for ages as one of Earth's most mythical avian paradigms. Yet habitat loss now threatens these birds once revered as gods themselves by pre-Columbian cultures across Mesoamerica. This documentary will profile the natural history of Quetzal, symbols of language, currency and pride for millions still across Mexico, Guatemala and Panama. Evolutionary history. The evolutionary origins of Quetzal reaches back 60 million years ago to the earliest nectar-feeding avians prospering alongside flowering plants across the neotropics after mass extinctions erased their dinosaur competitors. As specialized fruit lovers, ancestral trogons evolved adept flying skills navigating forest canopies exploiting ripe seasonal resources. The lineage further adapted with reversible outer toes supporting arboreal climbing and elaborate colorful plumage likely attracting mates through sexual selection. Emerging forests spreading across Caribbean land bridges after the Eocene likely enabled Trogon ancestors to disperse northwards from Proto-South America, as evidenced by early North American Trogon fossils from the Oligocene. Later migration further southwards gave rise to modern neotropical Trogons as lineages diversified filling niches across Mexico and Central America. The most recent common ancestor of the Resplendent Quetzal and sister species the golden-headed Quetzal existed over 5 million years ago. Periodic glaciations fragmented forests, isolating populations undergoing subtle divergence into present-day variants. The genus name, Pharomachrus, derives from ancient Greek, meaning resplendent warrior. Aztec and Mayan cultures applied the term Quetzal more broadly for these spectacular birds that still figure prominently as national symbols in Guatemala and Mexico, signifying virtues of liberty and valor. Tragically, Quetzal populations suffered severely when colonists appropriated forests for coffee and wealth-seeking bird collectors targeting exotic plumes. Magnificent Quetzal measure 35 to 40 centimeters long, average 150 grams, yet uniquely can nearly triple their length thanks to elongated tail coverts draping behind like extravagant twin feathers extending over 60 centimeters beyond the crimson body and green wings. Such striking accoutrements likely burden flight calorie costs over evolution, but enhanced mating opportunities as the polygynous males displaying most flamboyant plumes attracted more females. Unlike related trogons, Quetzal lack distinctive sexual dimorphism in size but exhibit some color variances. Adult male Resplendent Quetzal boast brilliant red breasts while females remain golden. Both sexes inherit vibrant green upperparts from iridescent feather structuring that shifts golden at angles. Crimson faces match undersides with wing coverts more navy blue layered under emerald flight feathers. Gray legs support zygodactyl toes facilitating vertical climbing and clutching onto perches. Sharp black bills serve as suitable fruit coring tools extracting nutrients. Large dark eyes likely assist vision searching forest understories for drooping food sources. Such exceptional coloration indicates male fitness quality capable of acquiring ample fruit nutrition needed for developing dramatic tail plumes and competitive mating advantages. Ecology. Quetzal occupy mid-elevation cloud forests from southern Mexico through Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua to western Panama between 4,000 to 9,000 feet where abundant moisture nurtures aguacatillo trees, wild avocados and other fruiting plants Quetzal rely on. Cool year-round temperatures averaging 65 degrees Fahrenheit enabled isolated highland ecosystems to persist even as warmer lowlands transition to drier biomes over geological history. These montane woodlands form a narrow belt above rainforest canopies characterized by shorter trees and moist hanging mosses cloaking branches in perpetual fog. Diverse orchids, bromeliads and ericaceae heaths fill niches across sloped terrain stippled with emergent palms and oak relatives. Thick ferns and epiphytes blanket the understory enriched by decomposing plant matter. Meanwhile, mixed flocks forage vibrant fruits along gradients, displaying remarkable stamina despite the encumbered tail plumes of resigned males. Partners selectively migrate altitudinally, pursuing ripening feeds locally attuned to seasonal availability that sustains breeding cycles. Such exclusive habitat types occur only sporadically across Central America, depending on altitude, rainfall, and temperature gradients suited for cloud forests. Mountains that stretch above optimal cloud envelopes grow too cold for quetzal, which lack thermal insulation of feathers or fat. Unfortunately, farming and logging continue decimating surviving habitat patches until recent eco-conscious conservation planning prioritized safeguarding quetzal abundance as sustainable ecotourism and coffee harvesting improve regional economics through less destructive land uses, retaining essential ecosystem provisions benefiting forest-dependent biodiversity and human interests mutually across shared highland habitats. Habitat and behavior. The life cycle of Resplendent Quetzal revolves around seasonal frugivory regulated by boom-and-bust fruit production across montane cloud forests matched with breeding chronology timed for feeding fledglings. Though solitary territorialists mostly, from February-June mated pairs court ritualistically, excavate nest holes as male plumes peak, then cooperatively incubate eggs and shuttle regurgitated fruit nourishing fast-growing nestlings until independence by May. Afterwards, the brief bonds dissolve as adults enter non-breeding mobility, optimizing nourishment for their own survival. Deep in the jagged highlands draped in fog, may witness an elaborate aerial dance as males swoop and hover around a prospecting female. Flitting wings reveal flashes of emerald while trailing twin feathers spiral like dancing ribbons as males display vigor. Possessing suitable hollows, the female signals receptivity through appeasing vocalizations and inspecting potential nest sites. Her partner located across their 25-acre shared territory saturated with fruiting trees. Both chip away softened wood interior with serrated beaks, creating a secure cavity. Their arboreal toes assist gripping vertical perches, allowing birds to anchor firmly while excavating or reaching precariously for fruits. Once clutching sufficiently ripe figs or nuts, sharp bills easily slice through skins to extract protein-rich sustenance other birds cannot access. Powerful flight facilitates traversing misty slopes between fruit hotspots flagged mentally across territories familiarized long-term. Within freshly renovated hollows, females lay 2 pale blue eggs over consecutive March days, which both sexes warm for incubation shifts lasting almost 3 weeks. After hatching helpless chicks, those eye-catching feathers get temporarily discharged as parents nurture young, relying completely on constant fruit provisions they collect. Gradual feather regrowth restores flight skills over 2 months, while offspring nearly triple in size approaching first flight soon outcompete parents temporarily grounded by such sacrificial molting. Through July, juveniles learn survival skills, shadowing before independence transitions them towards vagabond adulthood. By December, brighter plumage signifies readiness, restarting seasonal breeding cycles shaped over eons into synchronized equilibrium with cloud forest rhythms. Conclusion. Revered by ancient Mesoamericans, Quetzal symbolism interwove through early mythologies, rituals, and regional currencies, cherishing the spiritual beauty many early cultures recognized, representing exotic natural wonders of the world found nowhere else globally. Yet indifference towards conservation historically devastated former abundances after colonization introduced excessive deforestation and hunting, decimating populations across restricted ranges. Thankfully, recent protections assist local recoveries, but instability remains possible if environmental degradation keeps accelerating. Though Guatemala designated Quetzal their national bird in 1871 and currency namesake in 1925, habitat loss continued, driving numbers down over 75% until 1996 laws created protected reserves aimed at stability for endangered populations struggling to recuperate former healthy densities, facilitating long-term survival. Expanded wildlife corridors help link fragmented cloud forests across highland strongholds like Guatemala's Quetzal Biotope Nature Reserve, supporting ecotourism jobs, showing species protection aligns with human interests too if executed responsibly. While deforestation suppression and agroforestry assistance empower sustainability for struggling rural farmers, everyone wins, sharing wisdom and compassion, valuing rich biological heritage for future generations. Though constantly threatened, vibrant Quetzal still shine inspiration, offering hope so long as respectful stewardship endures responsibly.